Chiru, and the show is Motivational Talk, a show where we celebrate failure, not because we're trying to encourage people to fail, but because failing means trying. Today in the studio, I'm joined by a health practitioner. You know what they say, a healthy human being is a happy human being. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
May you please introduce yourself to the viewers?
I'm Gonya Kovegan, founder of Humanitarian Organization Trust. We focus more on health issues, touching every aspect of health. It might be home, it might be oral, etc.
Okay. So a trust, do you have hospitals? Is it a school? Is it a company? Or?
As a trust, we are a civil society organization. Automatically, we become a civil society organization where we begin to affiliate with different government ministries. So as we conduct these health programs, we coordinate or affiliate with the Ministry of Health or the stakeholders, the parastatals that focus more on health. We talk of family planning, we talk of even NAC, the National AIDS Council, and so forth.
Okay, okay. So do you treat, I'm trying to figure out what exactly you do. Do you engage with people like physically, or it's like a behind the door, behind the scenes office?
Okay, we do engage with people physical. Actually, we are the ones who go to the communities, who raise awareness on health. For example, I can give you an example that we look at cancer. We cannot run away from the fact that cancer is number one deadly disease.
Yes, yes.
So,
is it number one?
Yes, it is number one deadly disease.
Deadly disease, okay. Or HIV is?
They just follow.
They just follow. Okay, it's fine.
They just follow. So when we look at a disease such as cancer, you will find that though the Ministry of Health and the people at large, we undermine cancer, we undermine such disease, and say no, we can live with. But once we have cancer, sometimes I say it's irreversible.
Yes, yes.
Then
so your work is to raise awareness of
Yes.
such diseases.
Yes.
Okay, but you know, in as much as you say you are raising awareness, you know, in the community, in the society, you still find people when they get cancer, they seek all sort of solutions. You know, the use of herbs. I'm not saying the use of herbs is bad, but they make the clinic their last option. But you are an organization or a trust which is there to raise awareness. Why is it that people they still have to use all other sorts of solutions before they come to the clinic?
Right. Let me start by saying this is the first statement that when I go to the communities, I tell people, never rely on what you heard in the present. In the past, yes, we used to rely on herbs because by then the technology they were giving, it made them to rely on what? On herbs. But now we're in the present, and there are a lot of diversified diseases, illnesses that are there out in the atmosphere there. So relying on herbs, as I was doing my research, that's an African philosophy, whereby they are saying herbs are more beneficial than going to hospitals. They think that hospitals are just buildings, facilities, without even medication, without even skilled
But
personnel.
hospitals don't have medication. Let's talk about, you know, the facts that are on the ground right now. Hospitals don't have medication.
Right.
If they have medication, okay, we are talking about cancer, right? Cancer, you know, it's the process of curing cancer is
Yes.
very expensive.
Right.
So maybe that's why the society would opt for other options, you know, like herbs and stuff, before they come to the clinic.
I will take you back to the statement that was quoted by the late President Mugabe. People were saying there is no fuel. Then Mugabe said, go to the road, sleep there and see whether you will not be hit by the car. Right. So my point exactly is, go to the hospital. You have a disease, you have something that is in your system. Go to the hospital. There are expertise. That one, that two expertise that you find in that hospital is enough to assist you.
Okay.
That one machine that you find in one hospital is enough to assist you. Instead of relying on herbs, the herbs that you even do not know whether they will cure the cancer. And again, did you actually know that it is the cancer, or you say now you are just feeling a certain you are feeling a certain condition now. Say, I know this is cancer.
Yeah.
Let me take this.
People do that all the time.
Right? Are you taking the correct help? Are you
Yes.
taking the correct help there? Right. That's a question which one needs to ask himself or herself.
Yes, yes.
Right. So as for me, as a health practitioner, I do encourage people, don't rely on people, don't rely on friends, don't rely on social media. What you hear on social media, then you put it into applicability. Go yourself to the hospital, find out whether there are no doctors, whether there are no machines, whether there is no medication to assist you.
What are the symptoms of cancer?
Right. You find that at an earlier stage, though the symptoms you can't see them, right? But it depends on the type of cancer now that you are feeling or you're having, right? So find every cancer is got a type. We talk of breast cancer, you talk of lung cancer. They have got different symptoms. Right.
But
So,
I think the problem that we have is we do not know the symptoms. So most of the time when the people finally come to the hospital, you know, they will say the cancer is now at stage 3. And you ask yourself, at stage 1, this person wasn't even feeling anything, or the pain was just, you know, not that much.
let me refer to a breast cancer. Sometimes you actually feel a lump on your breast. It might be left or right breast. So the moment you feel a lump, don't hesitate to go to the hospital, because you do not know whether that lump, is it a sign, is it a symptom of cancer? Right. Instead of you saying, taking herbals or relying on the advice based on friends, based on relatives, that this will work, and the funny part, you will find someone going even to the traditional healers. We have prophetic churches these days, whereby they begin to prophesy, say, no, this is just a minor one, this is just a minor lump. Right. The moment you realize that, no, this is just a minor lump, the moment you go to the hospital, then they check, then the cancer is already fluctuating there.
Okay. What about other types of cancer, like blood cancer?
Though blood cancer, now it depends on the skin. That's why you always need to observe the changes in the skin.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, because that cancer is in the blood, and the blood circulates within the organs, within the systems in the body. So what it kills, it also lives. So it is easier detected through the skin.
What types of changes, to be specific?
I wouldn't specify much on the skin changes, but I would rather encourage that blood cancer, it needs a specialist. It needs a doctor. Even I, as I go to the communities, sometimes if I see the changes, if I see a certain...
now, how do I know that I have blood cancer? How do I seek for medical help while it is still in stage 1, when I cannot even detect the symptoms?
Right. On that aspect now, we're saying on your own, you cannot detect even any illness, except things like flu, because you you actually told now.
So it means I need to
you
go
need to go to
the-
the hospital
for checkups.
for checkup. You have got a symptom. A symptom is what you are feeling. This symptom is new. You are feeling this certain condition.
I think the society, we no longer do those checkups.
Yes.
We run to the hospital when the thing is like almost taking someone's life.
We rely on herbs, we rely on these prophetic churches, the health issues.
Are checkups for free?
It depends. Sometimes they are for free, but sometimes it depends where you go. If you go to a private, yes, there is a fee that is charged.
But to a public hospital?
To a public hospital, now, yes, there is a certain fee, but it's minimum.
Okay. It's affordable.
It's affordable.
Okay.
So one can afford to go for checkups.
Okay.
Right. You can also use advices based on health practitioners. There is a doctor next door, there is a nurse next door, there is a doctor in your community. Instead of coming probably to just a near person, a near relative who even doesn't know the things of health, giving you advice, go to that doctor in your community, go to that nurse in your community who is able to assist you accordingly.
Okay. So this is also true for diseases like TB, HIV,
Yes.
and AIDS.
Right. This is also true for diseases such as TB, HIV, AIDS. Right. You might say you are having TB, you've got TB1, you've got TB2. Then TB also leads to HIV. You are not sure of the signs, you're not sure of the symptoms. But who can detect that? It is a health practitioner. It is
How often can someone do these checkups?
I always recommend when you are testing for HIV, 3 months intervals, you go for HIV testing. So do the same so as to know your health status.
Okay.
Instead of saying once a year you go for a checkup, do it in 3 months intervals or in 6 month intervals.
Okay.
At least you are able, you are guaranteed that I did my checkups at this particular time. I will also do my checkups on that particular time.
Your last words to the viewers.
To the viewers, I also encourage you, let me say, there were 2 fish swimming in the river. As they were swimming, they met an older fish. Then the older fish said, "Do not play in the water." Then the 2 young fish looked at each other. They said, "What the hell is water?" People have got a tendency of saying, "What the hell is the hospital?" They are not concerned more with health. Rather, they live in a world that is full of diversified effects, in which those effects, whether inhaled, consumed, through contaminated, they affect the health of that individual. We do not undermine the hospital, do not undermine the clinic, do not undermine the people that you find in that hospital. That little tablet which they give is able to assist that person. You are able to live a longer life.
Thank you so much. I've learned a lot from it. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Remember to leave your comments below. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's at MotivationalTalk. From me, it's bye for now.